So, how did you get into the job?
Into the job, well, I do a number of BBC Coventry and Warwickshire, work on the website, work in the sports team, and I've got a show called Introducing, which showcases local bands. It's been a fairly long journey. What are we now? We're 2011 now. First got with the BBC back in 1999. So I've been with BBC Coventry and Warwickshire. Did a media course back in '98, effectively because when I left university in '97, show my age, yeah, about 35, yeah. Finished university, didn't have a clue as to what I wanted to do. Hopefully you're a bit more focused as to your career path, but I ended up making cakes for Marks and Spencer's, packing lorries for the Parcel Force. It wasn't really the sort of thing that, you know, I'd spent 3 years at university for. I decided I had a passion for writing, wanted to get into the media. So I went on a media course, which was done with written journalism and radio as well. Fell in love with radio when I was on it. As a result of that, I ended up being a phone answerer for the BBC in Coventry, and from that started reading a bit of weather in the evening show, doing a bit of sport in the evening show, and it's just built on from there. And
you introduce new bands. How do you contact them? Do they come to you or do you go to them?
It's a two-way street. Sometimes I'll go to a gig, I'll see a band that I like, and I'll you know, get them to pass on their music so that I can play it on the show. But with Introducing, it's part of a big network across the whole of the BBC called Introducing. It's got strands on Radio 1 and 6 Music, 1Extra, and places like that, but also obviously the local stations as well within the BBC. And we've got this thing called the Uploader tool, where people can upload their MP3s. We work out on what postcode they stick in. All the local stations will get the relevant artists, but they can obviously flag up for Radio 1 or one of the other national stations, and that way we get a continual source of new music.
Is there any bands that you've actually introduced who have made it quite big?
Sadly, I can't take any credit for The Enemy since I've been doing Introducing, but when I was working, well, in my time on the website, we've got a thing called Band of the Month, and I bigged up this band called Bridges back in 2003, 2004. They became The Enemy, so I was, you know, I've got that on my CV to show off. Had a band last year, Shock Parade. They played on the Introducing stage at both Reading and Leeds. They got played on Radio 1 for a week, and that was all because I put them forward.
Would you recommend it for anyone that wants to do radio?
Yes, I mean, if it's lots of money that you're after, probably not the best industry. You can obviously get paid a certain amount, but it really is one of those where you get out of it what you put in.